I think the rest of life, right? And this is what I think about when I think about this march or die principle. Sean and I were just talking about faith and how pursuing God does not always mean you get what you want.
Right.
So there has to be more to this life thing than just getting what you want. The question is not, did I get what I wanted? Did I win? The question is, am I a better person for having gone through that?
Yes.
And I think that applies to, we talk about march or die, whatever the obstacle is, it is. And it may not work out. My marriage may not work out the way that I wanted it to, or this thing with my kids or my job or whatever. But I'm going to function with integrity. I'm going to move forward in a way that honors God and honors my family and honors, me, so that I'm a better person on the other side of it, regardless of how it turns out. I think we make winning the goal, and it's a goal we just have really no control over. We can work as hard as we can and do all that stuff, but if winning is the goal, you're going to be disappointed a lot.
Every time.
If growth is the goal, that changes everything.
Yes. And it's a perspective shift.
Yeah.
Right. I think progress over perfection.
That's good.
So each day, like it's unacceptable for me to be the same Chip Baker today that I was yesterday.
Yeah. I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So whatever it is that's important to me, I have to make sure each day that I'm working towards being the best version of myself. And I don't say that in a selfish manner. I say that in a selfless manner because it's important for us to work to be the best versions of ourselves so we can give the best versions of ourselves to others. And that's when it gets good right there.
Say that part again.
Oh, man,
say
they ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Let me say it again, man.
They ain't ready.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it that way. Say it again.
Yeah, it's important for us to strive to be the very absolute best versions of ourselves. And I don't say that in a selfish manner. I say it in a selfless manner. And what I mean by that is when we work to be the best versions of ourselves, it allows us to be just dynamic at what we do, and it sets us up to be able to give the best versions of ourselves to everybody that we come in contact with. Right? And so when we do that, man, that's a great space to be in when you know that you've put the work in, and your kids know that you're the best man that they've ever known in their life.
Yeah.
The people at your job, you're the best employee that we've ever had at this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go to the store, man, that guy he's really respectful. He smiled, he looked me in the eye and shook my hand with a firm handshake. Like all of those things, when you work to be the best version of yourself, man, it's so many amazing things happen for you.
Yeah. I love that. I always say 1% better, right?
Yes.
Like it's unacceptable for me to not be 1% better. You didn't gotta be 100% better. Let's be 1% better. Like these micro adjustments, right?
Yep.
I love the challenge of sports and games because of that, because it creates this adversity, this discipline of, in football, just, man, be 1% better of a linebacker than you were yesterday. Make these little micro adjustments. I do jujitsu now. Jeremy does jujitsu. Like, you might be in a bad position, but if you make this micro adjustment, you're going to be in a little bit better position. So, can you talk about how important it is, from what you've learned, for our kids to be put into adverse situations? Talk about that a little bit as a coach, as a teacher. I know much as a coach, but talk about that.
Yeah, you want them to be in some adverse situations because that's where you learn, right? Y'all are, I know y'all have physical guys. Y'all have probably lifted some weights or something before, a couple of times.
You can tell by looking at me. I'm a weightlifter.
But you think about the hardest lifts. And let's just say power clean or squat.
You were just talking about this.
Coach. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally taxing. Like you do, like most other thing, like you can do high reps on other stuff.
Yeah.
Right. 10, 12, 15s. Bro, you don't do more than 5 on the set of power clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Or 6 if you're a big guy.
Yeah.
Right. Right. But the reason is because it's so tough and it's so taxing and it requires so much and requires great technique or you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Like it requires so much. So that's how but when you finish that, are you better? Yeah, you're dang good.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you push yourself and do those exercises, not only are you stronger, not only are you more fit, but your mind, you're a tough joker. I don't care who you are across from me, you about to get it, right?
yeah,
Because you but growing through adversity, y'all catch that?
Yeah.
Growing through adversity is the same thing in your life. And so you want to welcome failures. You want to welcome adversity because on the other side of your toughest challenges is your maximum growth. Ooh, hold on. on the other side of your toughest challenges is your maximum growth.
Yeah.
Right? So that makes you be sharp. That makes you be strong. That makes you be mentally tough. Right? And so now when you do those things, you get to a place where you're looking for those failures. You're looking for those ways, those adversities, because I know those opportunities to learn, because I know now that like once I get through this and push myself to get through this, man, I'm gonna be a lot better on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And so again, it's a mindset shift, right? You know, what did I fail at today? You know, like not like, oh man, I failed at that, right? Like, oh man, what did I fail at today? What did I make a mistake on today, right? So now tomorrow, I'm gonna be better at that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's an excitement to know that it makes us better.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, I love that.